That was Warren Buffett reacting to news of Osama bin Laden's death this morning with Becky Quick. And here with their thoughts, Bill George, former Medtronic chairman and CEO and professor at Harvard Business School. Bob Crandall, former CEO of American Airlines. He joins us on the phone. And, of course, our own John Harwood. Good to have all of you with us. Bill George, let me start with you. You were there and a CEO on that day. How did you feel when you heard the news, whether it was late last night or when you woke up this morning?
Well, my wife and I were sitting by our home computers, and we were both thrilled with the news. I hate to say I'm thrilled about anyone's death, but in this case, it's good for the world. And so I think it could unleash a whole revival of the American spirit, as Jack Welch said this morning. And our economy maybe now can get off the defensive, Aaron, and on the offense. We've been on the defense for almost 10 years. We've been hunkering down. Now we're getting to get out of that crouch and say, hey, it's time to get this economy rolling again. So I see it in both world terms. I'd like to see us get away from war and get back to building the American economy and reviving our competitive spirit.
John Harwood, is that a spin, a sort of pivot point that the president is going to try to use to change the dialogue here coming into the election? That he's going to try to say now, and is he going to try to take a lot of credit for this, or would he somehow deem that unseemly?
Well, he did last night, Aaron, take some credit in a way that surprised me, frankly, when he said in his speech to the nation that when I became president, I directed my officials to make the pursuit of Osama bin Laden the top priority of the counter-terror war. I think all the Bush administration officials would tell you that nobody tried harder or cared more about that than George W. Bush. They perceived that as a bit of a partisan swipe. And of course, it's hard for any president not to be in a triumphant and a celebratory mood after getting somebody of such important value to the United States. But the one thing I do think the administration will argue, if not an economic turning point per se, I think the president's going to try to capitalize on the spirit of hope, optimism, and unity, and cast himself as the can-do guy and say that the death of Osama bin Laden says, I can get it done, and I'll get it done on the economy as well.
Bob Crandall, former CEO of American Airlines, also with us, as I said, on the phone. Obviously, Bob, you had just left the CEO post, but, you know, American Airlines Flight 11, American Airlines Flight 77 into the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. Do you view this event, when you heard about this morning, as sort of a period marking the end of something, or simply, as one trader said to me today, just a comma as we continue on the same discussion about terror and its threat to our country?
Oh, I think it's more of a comma, Aaron, than it is an end of an era, the beginning of anything. The fact of the matter is we've been after this guy. We're all delighted we've got this guy. It has certainly had a favorable impact on the public perception. I think John Harwood's comments captured pretty well both what the president will try to accomplish and certainly what the president hopes this will accomplish, which is have some favorable impact on the mood of the country.
And do you think, Bill George, I mean, is this just going to be a pause? I mean, obviously, we look at the markets, and you didn't get a lot of reaction today, nor, frankly, does anyone really think you should. Although I think Jim Cramer had an interesting point, which is that if you do that, get that uptick to consumer sentiment, that could feed through to our entire economy, and this could become, you know, sort of the first ripple that causes a much larger tsunami.
Well, it could.
I think
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Bob.
Go ahead, Bill, then Bob.
Okay, Bill first. Go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say I really think it could. I'm optimistic. I don't like the posture we've been in for nearly 10 years. We had to go there. We've gone through a lot of economic meltdowns and difficulties in the business community. And now is the time to get back to innovation, entrepreneurship, and creating jobs. I thought the president gave an excellent speech last night. I didn't see it as partisan. I think success has many fathers. Both Presidents Bush and Obama deserve a lot of credit for their tenacity, as does the military, the Navy SEALs, the intelligence community. But now's the time to shift our focus. Let's go out and not try to get the old jobs back. Let's go create jobs. America, there's no place in the world like America for entrepreneurship, creativity, and bringing the innovative spirit. And that's what we've lacked, I think, for 10 years. And, you know, back in the 90s, we had the wind at our backs. But now we've got to get that wind there again. And we can't continue having 25 million people, Aaron, who can't find full-time jobs. Let's get them back to work, but not in the old jobs, but in new jobs we create. And that can be done. And let's just use this as a trigger point. I hope the president, for his part, we'll use this as a unity and not to keep attacking corporate profits and creating more regulations, but go the other way.
All right,
and
I want to just give a quick final word to Bob Crandall. We're running out of time. Bob?
Just quickly, Aaron, let's use it as a springboard. The fact is, America, you know, the America you love and I love, we were the people that could get it done. So let's use the fact that we got this done, and then let's go do some other things. Bill says we need the wind at our back. We do. But the only folks that are going to put the wind at our back is us.
All right.
And Aaron, I would expect that that's exactly the message the president will deliver to a bipartisan dinner of congressional leaders as they look forward to trying to resolve their differences on the debt limit, on the budget deficit, and all the rest.
All right. Thanks very much to all.